Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
You're really getting into the music, huh?
It's grown folks time.
Hey, baby.
Oh. We should have been born in the 70s. We were born too late. We should have born in the 70s.
I'm good with the 80s, though, you know.
Thanks for tuning into Lifeline, where we live, lit, and local. This is our Pillow Talk edition, where we're sharing with you principles that we live by in order to have a successful relationship. Make sure you tag and share this video. Here it is. What we're talking about today, babe?
We are going to be talking about monogamy.
You said monopoly?
Monogamy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about games. I got you.
Monogamy, and it's not a game.
Sex with one person for the rest of your life.
It is not a game.
Is it possible? Is that possible?
Absolutely. Monogamy, I think, has become taboo. You know, people, people just kind of iffy. Like, they try to make everything a trend and go with the trend. But I think in any relationship, it's what you make it, is what you put into that relationship.
That's good.
So if you're giving 100% of yourself, your partner in return is giving 100% of themselves, I don't see why you couldn't be. For me, coming from a female perspective, and this is some things that I have observed, a lot of times when a female enters into a relationship, the desire is to be wanted, to be needed, to be desired by that one person, to be enough for that one person. But a lot of times you'll see that they are willing to, invite other people into their relationship, this, that, and the other, because I feel, based off my observations, that some part of them is insecure. Like, they haven't been, I guess, ministered to or developed within themselves. That self-esteem is not where it needs to be. They don't have the confidence that they need. Maybe they don't feel beautiful, or maybe they feel like that's what their partner wants instead of trying to be what their partner wants. You know what I mean?
That's good. I'm gonna give you two things real quick, and I'm about to give you this. When it comes to monogamy, you're talking about in marriage. Marriage is a spiritual event. So here it is, you have people that have a worldly perception on life, trying to do something that's spiritual or biblically. And that's going to be difficult to do because you're trying to take a worldly point of view, live by that, but you're trying to do something that's spiritual, but you're not doing it spiritually. That's going to be difficult within itself. And then the second thing I'm going to tell you, with every woman, whatever that woman create, or that environment, or how she feel, emotional or whatever, that comes straight from the man. Biblically speaking, God gave us the seed. That's the reason why a woman can produce life once a man put a seed into a woman. Well, the same environment where my wife was talking about a woman feel insecure, she feel like she got to invite somebody in, or she not enough. She's only getting that because I'm seeding that into her. And so that's what we environment, that's the mindset, the whole 9 yards. A lot of that fall on the framework and the man. And the reason why a man struggle with monogamy is because he don't have discipline. Man, that's a powerful word.
That's a bad
That's
word.
a cuss word right there. Somebody type discipline in the comment. I don't mean to cuss, but discipline, that's a hard word, especially in my generation, because my generation, they call it the microwave generation, millennials. Here it is, you always got everything you want in a second or a minute, and then it's complete. But we all know anything that's worth having, it's going to take time and investment in it. And then you got to understand, when it comes to a relationship, you got to be willing to put that quality time in and build it. And then I'm disciplined enough in my relationship. And many men that step outside in marriage, it come because they're not disciplined in their appetite. That's one reason. And then discipline, I'm talking about the men point of view. Women got their part to play in it too. But the problem in the marriage is, if I'm in a marriage and I'm not disciplined, I'm looking at opportunity, I'm looking at a chance. Let's deal with the elephant in the room. Just because you married doesn't mean people not attracted no more. Man, I hang up on this phone. Man, I quit this lie right now. Cause what people think, when you get married and people say crazy stuff, single people say all kind of stuff, you don't know what it's like. Like when you marry, you don't stop being attracted to people.
Is so
but
true.
I'm not led by my attraction. Just because I'm attracted to somebody don't mean I have to have that. That's what you call discipline. And discipline comes in when I discipline myself with my appetite. It's the same thing in the physical. If I'm trying to cut back, lose weight, get in shape, I got to cut back some things. I got to be disciplined. I can't chase everything. That's the same thing in my marriage. I can't chase every time I see something like you're a dog chasing after every car. No, get yourself together. Find out what it is you desire and need. Get that from a person. We talk all the time about the 80-20 rule. Many people leave 80% of what they have to chase 20% of what they don't have. The 20% is not fulfilling. 20% is just entertainment. And I say anybody look good on social media. Yeah. Let's be honest. Your spouse, when you first met them, you saw them 10 toes deep. They was always flawless. It's only until you get married that you see the little turban that they wear, that you see what they do, you see them without makeup, because it's deeper than on top of the system. What people look at, you looking at on top of when I met her, that's what I got. And now you in a marriage, it's kids, it's bills, it's responsibility. I told somebody hard work is marriage, it's work. And so I realize now a lot of men can't handle that. It's one, because they're not men, they're boys. They're not able to stand up to their responsibility. Being in marriage, that's work. You got to clock in daily, and you got to make up your mind you disciplined enough to survive. I'm not telling you that it's perfect, and I'm not telling you to have perfection, but I'm saying we ought to be working towards a common goal to have a successful relationship, and that start with monogamy because we building something together. Yeah.
Just to add on to something you said, you were talking about the discipline. I think that sometimes the female, we have discipline problems too, because you can be in a relationship with someone and let's just be real, the sex may not be good to you or for you.
Okay. Let me
so
bring some water on that.
We start stepping out or don't want to leave the person because they're good providers. So, you want to invite somebody in now. Well, if we go back to the previous videos that we put out, if you would communicate exactly what it is you're needing, how you want to be touched, like communicate this stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you be embarrassed to tell your partner, who's this one person that you're supposed to be married to, who's supposed to be your life partner? Why would you be embarrassed to tell them what it is you need, what you like, what you don't like, so you can be satisfied with that person?
Oh, church folk, come a little quick. Let me Rick James you real quick. It's okay to tell your partner, I didn't have an orgasm.
Oh my God.
They're going to be mad at that. We might have to delete this, huh?
My mama
it's okay to say this because we in this together. Like, I don't understand. Now, this is just me. I don't understand her if she would marry me but not trust me. Like, you're not open enough to be vulnerable with me. And some of that comes because if you would have married me, but I haven't cultivated an environment where you feel comfortable enough, you ought to be comfortable enough to share anything with me. Even if it's hurtful, we can get through it together because we built on that foundation. So when you understand that, I understand it's just me and her in there. Old person told me like this: when you first get married, it ought to be like a cocoon. You shouldn't let nothing else in there because the butterfly has not fully developed to fly into the community. And that's what marriage is. When you first get, I tell anybody, the first 3 to 5 years, don't let nobody else in there. Build what you have in there so it can develop. As it develops, then you can start going out into the community. Some of you not ready because you haven't taken the time to develop on the inside.
Well, that was good.
Listen, make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this video. But most of all, make sure you live this video. Let's do life together. Stay connected.